Narcissists know they are crazy and disordered. They know that once someone sees them for who they are, they will quickly leave them. The narcissist is a desperate person. They have adopted a coping mechanism that has to be frantically topped up. It is a constant chase for this supply that they need, and it's never enough. Because they are disordered, they know that they are not going to have anyone stick around for the real them, and yet they are addicted to the validation and admiration of others. The only way that they can achieve this is by pretending to be someone else, someone other than who they really are. This is called their false self. Sometimes a narcissist realizes they are not this false persona, and sometimes they believe it themselves. This is part of their disorder. They fluctuate in and out of reality constantly. They know that they have a better chance of getting what they want from you for longer if they can throw you off their scent, so to speak, keeping you from any truth about them and disabling your intuition with their gaslighting and lies. Right from the beginning of your interactions with them, it is a kind of psychological warfare with the narcissist. They are emotionally immature and convince themselves that being able to lie and to cheat on another person means they are powerful and superior to them. They also believe that everyone is putting on an act and are as insincere as they are. They believe everyone is out to get each other in one way or another, so in their minds it's a case of getting you before you get them. Although they are lying and cheating on you, they are often paranoid that you have the upper hand and that you are deceiving them even more. Narcissists are perpetually paranoid people, and they are plagued with feelings and thoughts of inferiority, weakness and insignificance. This is where the false self protects them. The truth is too much to bear, and this covers over the true feelings they have about themselves. When you first meet the narcissist, you will experience what is often referred to as the predator's stare. This can easily be confused with them being attracted to you, as if they are fixated on you, which they are, but not for the reasons you may think. They are in fact watching you and observing you. They are scanning your every micro-expression, reaction and mannerism. They do this to see how you're responding to them, and to learn you so that they can begin to mirror you. Mirroring is a technique they use to create familiarity and a bond between you both. The narcissist sees every interaction as a winner-loser type scenario. Everything is a competition to them. Every move they make, every word they utter is accompanied by them watching your response to them. They will have props to uphold whatever fictitious character and role they are trying to convince you of. This might be that they are spiritual or sporty, depending on what they think will have the greatest effect. This can be very convincing at first, but yet there is nearly always a slight undertone of something that you cannot identify. Something doesn't feel quite right about them, but you can't quite put your finger on it. At this point, the narcissist is trying very hard to dazzle you in order to get you past any initial doubts you may be feeling about them. They will change how they dress to suit you, change how they speak, their accent, their tone of voice. They will lie about their pasts, their jobs. They will abuse you and deceive you on every line of communication you have with them. They will lie about their likes and dislikes and everything else they can to throw you off at every level, but this is merely the beginning of their tactics. All warfare is based in deception, and the narcissist is well practiced in deception. What you may think is the beginnings of a relationship, a courtship with someone who seems to have a lot in common with you and who likes you, is actually a person trying their best and with every resource available to them to destroy you. The narcissist has been practicing their deception since childhood, and they've had many chances and opportunities to develop and perfect their skills. So once they know they've got your attention, they will start to test your boundaries. They will start small, with things like small criticisms and encroaching upon your personal boundaries. Once they have assessed that you have weak boundaries, they will continue the love bombing to get you hooked, all the time keeping who they are under tight wraps and learning everything they can about you in the guise of a confidant. As you grow closer to this aberration, you have no idea you are putting your very soul in danger. They have you in their sights. If you were to realize the danger that you are in at this point, you would run. But few ever realize that these people even exist, and the lengths that they will go to destroy you. The narcissist is dangerous because they have little to no empathy for people and have no boundaries. They are often impulsive. They do not understand or consider the consequences of their actions, and this makes for an incredibly dangerous person to be involved with in any way. It is not enough that they have misguided you in any and every way that they can. They now begin to slowly undermine your confidence and self-esteem. They will start to criticize you, your appearance, your choice in friends, etc. They will disagree with your opinions on things and berate you for what you believe in. They will start to mention people at work that may have asked them out or said they liked them. The narcissist plays the hot and cold game and changes their answers about things you might have asked them about, often contradicting whatever they have told you before, but when you confront them about it, they will tell you that it's you who is mistaken and gaslight you further. They will constantly talk about their exes and manipulate you by telling you how these exes failed them and disappointed them in some way. They do this to modify your behaviour, and you do this because by now you are emotionally invested in this relationship, or what you perceive to be a relationship. The narcissist knows about the power of suggestion. They will leave crumbs of information that are easy to dismiss at first, but later your mind will bring them up into your consciousness because it makes no sense and is conflicting with other information. They will cause you some anxiety by talking about other people, other suitors, especially when they have deliberately created a low point in the relationship. They do this to keep you feeling insecure within the relationship, and this is often when they will use suggestion, when you're in a state of mental stress and anguish, all to confuse you further. Now they have all but closed your intuition down with gaslighting. They have conditioned you through abuse and trained you subconsciously that opposing or challenging them will result in more painful, subtle abuse. This is called walking on eggshells. You daren't speak up for fear of reprisal, and through this ambient abuse and subtle conditioning, you are now in a constant state of stress and anxiety. This now starts to affect your sleep. The cognitive dissonance from the conflicting information they have been slowly and carefully feeding you over time, and the sleep starvation result in intrusive anxiety-provoking thoughts and panic attacks. At this point, the narcissist has you at their mercy. If you had any support network, by now they would have conditioned you to turn away from them, using shame and accusations of weakness to accomplish this. Now they have you isolated and vulnerable. When the narcissist knows you are not going to challenge them, they will start using things like word salad. This is to ramp up the gaslighting and confuse you even more. By now you are probably in a state of constant and underlying panic and dare not reach out for help.